Welcome, dear fans, friends, and subscribers to the Cricket Happening Show. And in this Cricket Happening Show, we are going to look at the third match between Kings 11 Punjab and it was Rajasthan Royals who actually won the match by 26 runs. But before I get into that particular match, I would love to just a sort of an you could call that a sort of a real this is something as I already covered yesterday. If you would have seen my video, I had actually breaking news that the former Australian great cricket commentator Richie Benaud passed away at the age of 84. Very unfortunate, but what a voice of cricket he was. I mean, you can't see, you can't think in living memory of a person who could actually compare cricket so well. Richie Benaud's voice was the voice of cricket, and he himself was a famed leg spinner. Australia have never lost a match under his captaincy. Such was his record. And then we all remember the Kerry Packer World Cricket Series, which revolutionized cricket, which brought the pajama cricket into the game. Now Richie Benaud was the main man who was instrumental in actually aiding as you know, the late Kerry Packer into forming such an alliance and roping in all the cream of the crop of all the cricket players. And then we all saw the revolutionary one-day cricket coming in into the picture with pajama cricket, as we all know. Well, so, and as I said, his commentary has been something which has been revered the world over. In fact, it's pretty sad, but yes, he was suffering, and he has already left the commentator's box as far as Channel 9 was concerned. But let me tell you, Richie Benaud's voice would linger in the memory forever, because Channel 9 has been synonymous with Richie Benaud, and Richie Benaud's voice will definitely linger in the memories of all the cricket fans. What a voice he had when he was actually talking about cricket, and he always used to start off like this: what a beautiful day here. I know I'm not able to put the accent, but well, that was his famous quote. What a beautiful day we have here. That's what he used to say. Well, he has his own way of speaking, and one really loved that. Unfortunately, I don't have much time, but this is something, a sort of a tribute that I'm paying to the late famous cricket commentator from Australia who was on Channel 9, Richie Benaud. All my feelings are with Richie Benaud's family members, and we can all wish that the soul rests in peace. Well, dear fans, friends, and subscribers, now we are getting back into cricket, live cricket, and in a sense active cricket, one could say, as today was the third match which was played between Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals at the Maharashtra Cricket Association Stadium here in Pune, and it was Rajasthan Royals who won the match. Now Rajasthan Royals were, one probably thought that Rajasthan Royals initially were really struggling. In fact, the toss was actually won by Kings 11 Punjab, and they decided to insert the Rajasthan Royals into bat, and Rajasthan Royals were in deep trouble early on in the stage. When it was Ajinkya Rahane and Sanju Samson, the talented Sanju Samson, opening the innings for Rajasthan Royals, and Sandeep Sharma was bowling beautifully. He was swinging the ball both ways. He was testing the batsman with some very good deliveries. In fact, he had Ajinkya Rahane groping in the dark for quite some time. Sanju Samson was also tested. The pressure mounted on both the batsmen, and it was Anuruddh Singh who benefited as he picked up the wicket of Ajinkya Rahane. Caught Patel ball Anuruddh Singh for naught. That was the first wicket to go. The score read 5 for 1 in the second over. And at the other end, as I said, Sandeep Sharma was the one man who was actually making the ball talk. Even though he was not picking up the wickets, but what he was doing was he was kept keeping the runs to a minimum. And then after that, Sanju Samson, trying to flick Sandeep Sharma through the onside, was wrapped on the pads, and Sandeep Sharma was rewarded for his brilliant line and length there, as Sanju Samson was gone for 5. And now the openers, both the openers, were back into the pavilion with the score on 14 for 2. Karun Nair walked in and joined Stephen Smith, and Karun Nair, well, he hit 162 of the bowling of Akshar Patel, and then Stephen Smith, as you know, he's the captain of the Rajasthan Royals team. In fact, Stephen Smith is the captain of the team, and Stephen Smith, well, he played in a very aggressive fashion. He decided to really play some strokes, and he got 33 runs of 23 balls, 5 fours. But before that, and then Karun Nair was dismissed when Akshar Patel got a arm ball, which Karun Nair probably he had already hit a 6 of Akshar Patel, and then probably was attempting one too many, one could say, as Karun Nair tried to once again go for a big shot at the bowling of Akshar Patel, the left arm spinner. Lost his stumps for 8 of 11 balls with 1 6, and they were 35 for 3 when Nair was in the pavilion. Smith had Smith undeterred, even though the bowling was good, but for Smith, as you know, Smith now has grown in confidence, no doubt about it, and we saw that Smith was really playing some confidence strokes. He hit 5 fours in a knock of 33, and then it was Stephen Smith who actually spanked Johnson for some boundaries. But Johnson, let me tell you, he was absolutely he was all fire and brimstone as he was bowling, because it was all express deliveries that he was hurling at the bowlers, at the batsmen. And Stuart Binney was really, I would say, would have been absolutely shaken by Johnson's bowling, because he was really bowling pretty quickly. And that was the time when Smith was also a victim of the bowling of Johnson for 33 of 23 balls. That was a big wicket for Rajasthan, for the Kings 11 Punjab. And I thought Kings 11 Punjab were doing very well. And when they had Stuart Binney sent by Johnson, caught behind for 13 of 16 balls, half the side were into the pavilion at 75 for 6. And then we saw a counter-attack coming in from a batsman, from a player who really decided to take it back onto the Kings 11 Punjab bowlers, which was the right ploy, and he plundered some 30 runs with 15 balls, 1 4 and 3. His name was DJ Huda, and he started hitting sixes. He went after Akshar Patel, he deposited Karanveer Singh for sixes, and Huda was not afraid to use the long handle to good effect. And that went on, and that was the reason the Rajasthan Royals, and he had a good partner in at the other end, and that was James Faulkner. James Faulkner had to settle down because he was seeing that Huda was the one who was making the connections, and Huda contributed 30, and that was the best partnership in this Kings 11 in this Rajasthan Royals innings, as Huda and Faulkner at the other end rattled off runs. In fact, when Huda and Faulkner were in the middle, the score was 75 for 4 of 10.4 overs, and after that it really went at some rattling pace, one could say, because 51 runs were added for the 6th wicket, and we are looking at 7 overs in which they made the runs, and that was some real fireworks coming in. But then Anurit Singh dismissed Huda for 30 of 15 balls, 1 4 and 3 sixes, a real cameo from Huda. And then Faulkner was there, Chris Morris came out, and then Faulkner turned it on into the final stages. As you know, when Faulkner is there in the death overs, one can definitely expect something dramatic, and that's what precisely happened, as James Faulkner climbed on his partner Mitchell Johnson and actually spanked him for 2 boundaries and a 6, and he took his score on to 46 of 33 balls with 2 4 and 3 sixes, and Morris was not out on 6, Saudi was not out on naught, and Rajasthan Royals had recovered from a real shaky, not only a shaky start, also a shaky 10.4 overs, and then they were now sitting pretty at 162 for 7, thanks to Faulkner and Huda really going for the bowling of the Kings XI Punjab. Sandeep Sharma, picture of consistency, 4 overs unmade, 1 for 19. Anureet Singh, 4 overs, 3 for 23, reaped in the rewards. Akshat Patel, 4 overs cost him 34 runs and a wicket. Karamveer Singh was spanked, 4 overs, none for 43. Mitchell Johnson received some spanking from Faulkner, 4 overs, no maiden, 234. So 162 that Rajasthan Royals made. I would say it was a very respectable total under the circumstances, after considering that Kings XI Punjab bowlers had done a fine job in the early stages of the innings. Now it was the turn of Kings XI Punjab to actually chase the target of 163. Now what a start here. Virendra Sehwag and Murli Vijay, who was playing for Kings XI Punjab for the first time, walked into open. Virendra Sehwag was taking strike, and of the very first delivery that was delivered by Tim Southee, Virendra Sehwag was sent packing of the very first delivery, as Sehwag trying to hit it was gone, caught by Samson of the bowling. Very good catch taken by Sanju Samson of the bowling of Southee for naught. Before that and after that, so once that first wicket is gone, so very good start, I would say, for the Rajasthan Royals bowlers. Tim Southee, drawing first blood, and what a wicket that was. Virendra Sehwag nipped out of the very first delivery, and well, that was a start that probably Rajasthan Royals would not have expected, but that happened, and the score was 0 for 1. After that, Riddhiman Saha and Murli Vijay were at the crease. Murli Vijay was playing some good strokes, and he was along with Riddhiman Saha. And look at the piece of glove work that Sanju Samson did. We all know he's a talented batsman. He's also the wicket keeper, as you know, but this was some extremely good reflexes, extremely good thinking, and we all know that he has a good head on his shoulders, Sanju Samson, and that's what was precisely seen when Murli Vijay and Saha were actually, in fact, they decided after the dismissal of Sehwag, it was not Murli Vijay and Riddhiman Saha trying to settle, but they decided to go in for the bowling, as they went after Tim Southee and Morris, and they were getting the runs, and they're taking the score to 32. And then after that, now this is something which was brilliant. So that's the reason the Rajasthan Royals, I would say, a lot of credit to the fielding of the Rajasthan Royals, because they fielded splendidly, and Sanju Samson was the one who set the prime example, as Murli Vijay and Riddhiman Saha were at the crease. Now Riddhiman Saha, the bowler at that time, was appealing for an LBW. All the eyes were on the umpire, and Riddhiman Saha was trying to, he had actually tried to steal a single, but little did he realize that Sanju Samson was herring for the ball, and amidst the chaos that was prevailing when the appeal was going on, probably the batsmen were concentrating on the appeal and were trying to run, and that is the time Sanju Samson, what a run out that was. Now in fact, it left Riddhiman Saha absolutely stunned. He was on the middle of the pitch, and here Sanju Samson had actually taken the bails off, and Riddhiman Saha was walking back to the pavilion. Run out for 7. Brilliant thinking on the part of Sanju Samson amidst the chaos that was prevailing at that particular time. It requires a great presence of mind, and that's what Sanju Samson showed. Murli Vijay was there at the crease. He was joined in by Glenn Maxwell, but Glenn Maxwell, well, he couldn't do much today. He contributed only 7 runs, and he was a victim of the bowling of Faulkner for 7 of 5 balls with 1 4, which made it 46 for 3, and then the score of 46 for 3, and Murli Vijay was looking good at that stage. But Murli Vijay was also, I would say, a victim of a very smart run out. Once again, the man who did the run out was none other than the wicket keeper, Sanju Samson, as Vijay played a good hand of 37 of 32 balls, 4 4s and 1 6, and this was the time where Rajasthan Royals were climbing over the Kings XI Punjab, and the score read 64 for 4. But definitely there was a lot of ammunition still left in the tank for Kings XI Punjab, with Akshar Patel, David Miller, Bailey Johnson still to come. And let's see what happened. So what it did is it actually brought 2 new batsmen at the crease, and that was a plus for the Rajasthan Royals. Now Akshar Patel and David Miller at the crease, well, they definitely had some work to do. They had to see to it that they settled up a bit and then tried to do that. And well, Miller and Akshar Patel precisely did that by pushing on the score to 92 from 8.4 overs. So once they did that, that was the time once again it was Kulkarni, double Kulkarni, getting the wicket of David Miller for 23 of 21 balls, 3 fours and 1 6. And then Akshar Patel was joined in by George Bailey. Now look at what, now Akshar Patel and George Bailey, that was the time the score was 92 for 5 in the 14th over. And suddenly we saw some real, I would say, real momentum into the innings once George Bailey came to the crease with hitting 2 fours and 1 6, and Akshar Patel also playing. I mean, I wouldn't say he was pretty aggressive, but he was really there to give good company to George Bailey when George Bailey was doing all the stroking. And while that was going on, now as I said, the Rajasthan Royals fielding has been absolutely splendid, with Sanju Samson setting the pace. And now look at this, look at what happened. This partnership between Akshar Patel and George Bailey, the captain, was absolutely, I would say, it was going in some in a great fashion, because they already added 30 runs in almost, I would say, we are looking at probably 24 balls, and that was pretty good going. Well, when the going was good, that was the time Tim Southee was the bowler, and look at what happened. It was George Bailey who was trying to hit Southee over the fence. Now this is the situation. George Bailey lofted Tim Southee, and now the thing is, Tim Southee at the fence, the ball is actually in the air. Tim Southee has stretched himself and he has actually got a hand to the ball, but the ball is still, he is not able to actually get it. But look at the presence of mind. I mean, this was like a sort of a flick by Tim Southee, as he saw the, I would say, a sense of real belonging there, because he saw that Karun Nair was there. So what he did is he really did a sort of a backhand. He just twisted his wrist, and the ball was into the air. And look at the catch that was taken by Karun Nair. He sprawled full length and plucked up a good catch, and George Bailey was absolutely nonplussed, because he didn't expect that, because when Tim Southee was actually trying to take the catch, the ball was actually sailing over the fence, I thought that Tim Southee quickly realized that Karun Nair is still there and he can still lob the ball, and that's what he precisely did. That requires a great presence of mind. One has to commend Tim Southee for that, and also one has to really doff our hats off to Karun Nair. And as I said, this was an amazing catch which was taken by Karun Nair to see the back of George Bailey, and that said it all. Once they got the wicket of, in fact, that was the wicket which actually, before George Bailey fell, we also saw that Akshar Patel was gone, bowled by Southee, and also Mitchell Johnson was dismissed for a duck. And then it was left to only George Bailey to really take up the, really take up the initiative and try to take Kings XI Punjab to victory with some runs remaining, because when Johnson left, the score was 129 for 7 in the 19th over. They had only legally 9 balls left. It was a stiff task, but still 33 runs with Bailey at the crease, it was still possible. But look at what happened. Even in fact, Karun Nair taking one of the blinders, I would say, and he was gone. 24 of 18 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. Karanveer Singh was not out on 5. And finally, it was the Rajasthan Royals who prevailed over the Kings XI Punjab by 26 runs, as the Kings XI Punjab finished at 136 for 8 of their 20 overs. Let's have a look at the bowling card as far as the Rajasthan Royals were concerned. Tim Southee, 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 36, gave a good start to his team by getting Sehwag's wicket. Chris Morris, 4 overs, none for 21. Kulkarni bowled 3 overs, no maiden, 1 for 21. James Faulkner was given the man of the match for not only his batting, but also came in and chipped in with 3 wickets for 26 runs at a crucial juncture. Praveen Tambe bowled 3 overs for 15. Stuart Binney bowled 2 overs for 15. And well, Rajasthan Royals in their first match here in the IPL 2015, starting off in the right fashion by picking up a victory over Kings 11 Punjab. Tomorrow there are two matches coming up. One is a match between the Chennai Super Kings. Now Chennai Super Kings are taking on, I reckon it's going to be the Sunrisers. I'm just trying to see my schedule here. Yes, Chennai Super Kings are taking on the Sunrisers tomorrow. Sunrisers playing their first game in the IPL. And then we have the match between Kolkata Knight Riders, who are taking on the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So two matches coming up tomorrow on a Saturday, and that is the match that I will be talking to you. I'll be probably not doing a cricket report because there are two matches. To put it in my cricket broadcast here on YouTube, well, it would be probably a cricket summary, but I'll definitely touch on the salient features of the game in both those matches. And then, well, before I go, I would like to say that I do have some cricket news for you. As you know, England are touring the West Indies, and it's time for the Test series to start. We are waiting for the Test matches to start, as you all know, in the month of April, and West Indies have announced the team. And well, I can only tell you one thing here. We see that Devendra Bishu, the forgotten leg spinner, Devendra Bishu, as you know, who actually had played 11 tests in April 2012, and after that one did not really hear about Devendra Bishu. I was also wondering, but finally leg spinner Devendra Bishu has made it to the squad. He has been selected for the first test match, and I thought that's an interesting selection. And they also have a new bloke by the name Shai Hope. He's just 21 years of age, and I'm told he's the wicketkeeper batsman, so he also comes into the team. So I'm not going to go into any detail because of the Indian Premier League really taking ascendancy over everything, but definitely I will make it a point to touch upon all the cricketing aspects as and when it happens. And while I'm ending this cricket happening show, well, I would say this particular cricket happening show was a sort of a tribute to the very sad demise of Richie Benaud, the famous Australian cricket commentator from Channel 9 at the age of 84. That really brings an end to my cricket happening show for today. Hope you all loved it, and see you all tomorrow on my next cricket happening show. Until then, it's goodbye from your host Ram. Thank you.